Okay, Itamek Mexico. It is the late afternoon of February 27th, 2016, in the latter part of the moon Pitakisam, the eagle moon, when the owls and the eagles nest. I'm just walking out of the Heritage Heights neighborhood down into the coulees towards Popikimi to take a look around, just scout it out and see what's happening phenologically down here. I might have my class down here tomorrow. I might have it at Cottonwoods, so just want to go take a look, have a coulee walk, check out who's at the pond and what's going on. It's about 9 degrees and there's a light rain, a lot of overcast, dark clouds. Might get a bit more rain as I move on here. But yeah, it should be a nice little walk, and maybe we'll see some insects and such. I'm gonna look on the river shore for some stoneflies. They should be out by now, and who knows what else. Up ahead of me here, in this bottom of this coulee ravine, I've just encountered an owl. I saw him take silent wing and glide down through this tunnel ahead of me. I'm hoping that we can get a glimpse of him as I move down here. He doesn't fly across the river or leave this this corridor before I get him on film. It's definitely an owl. I think it's a great horned owl, but I can't be sure. I've only caught a far glimpse of him as yet. There he goes. Whoosh! That's a short-eared owl. He's up the way. Yes, that's definitely not a great horned owl. So hopefully he'll be back in here on the return trip in a little bit. Here at the high level bridge, and I'm extremely surprised to find no opspinny, no Canada geese out here squabbling. This is their time to claim their nesting areas, and there's always a lot of fights over the bridge anchors, these concrete anchors in the river. But oddly, not a single goose here today, so I got no explanation for that. If there's no geese at the pond, I'm gonna be in shock. Some mallards. There was a big group of mallards when I got here, and there's still a few left down here. Obviously there's at least one goose couple up this way. Probably the more hardcore opspinny. I get the feeling that maybe there's some kind of agreement this time of day that most of the opspinny will go up and be feeding at the stubble fields before the long night to come. But this may be the couple that trained Mahoney and I over the years. Who knows? I gotta get closer to them to really see. But if they are, they're really hardcore, and they take the nesting period super seriously. And so that might be why they're here on their lonesome. No other geese yet that I can see at the pond. We'll get a look as we go to the north end and see if there's any over there, but This is classic hardcore nesting goose behavior. You got your gander standing guard, standing sentinel. That guy, he doesn't even get to sleep this summer for a long time till they get back in their clans. But from here on out, he's on guard and he's fighting, and he'll fight once things really get going here. He's gonna fight every day for a couple of months against other ganders. He's got to sleep on his feet by his wife's side, watching her sleep, watching her eat, and watching her incubate. It's not that she doesn't have hardships. She's got to lay several giant eggs and then she fasts for most of the day and then just gets like quick 10 minutes runs to go eat. I see a muskrat. Oh, he just dove under. Maybe I'll see him again, but yeah, if you want to look for a model of a dedicated husband among the waterfowl, the goose gander is one that's really hardcore. And coming closer upon them now. There's the gander. And she's just preening. She'll do some eating. He's on guard. I'm gonna look on my binoculars and see if he's got the see his spot there. You can identify individual geese by their white spots. Their white markings on their cheeks. Each one's a little bit different shaped. And then if this is the couple that has been teaching Mahoney and I for years, this gander will also have a really roughed up nose. I can't really tell from where I'm at. I'm going to use my binoculars and see. Yeah, that wasn't my goose couple. Gander didn't have the roughed up nose, and as I approached closely, he was the first to wing away down into the water, which the gander that taught Mahoney and I would never do that. He'd always make sure that that his wife started off and he stuck right behind her, right by her side to go down to the water. He would never leave her up there with the people. Not a chance. Not that this guy's got anything wrong with him, but yeah, he's just still a pretty good guard, obviously, standing there by his lady. Not seeing any other geese though. I do notice that the beaver's food cache has shifted over against the edge of the, well, it's shifted over. Part of it's broken up, part of it's here by the lodge, part of it's there by the shoreline. That's typical. That flotilla usually breaks up like that. There's a little piece over there too. And that's actually kind of good, because a lot of times the geese will see that as an island when it's out, you know, right in front of the beaver lodge, and they'll go ahead and put their nest there, and then it'll shift. Then they'll lose their nest. It's raining a little bit more now. It's kind of cold, chilly now. I'm doubting I'm going to see any insects at this point. So I'm just going to hike around the north end of the pond, and make my way past the forest main, see if there's any porcupines. Probably head back up, see if I can encounter that short-eared owl on my way back home again. And of course, you know, if anything else comes in the midst. One of the things that I wanted to see today was whether or not there were any flowers bursting from the bullberries yet, because they will be the first berry plants to flower, and they will flower before the geese lay their eggs. And we are less than a month, less than a full lunar cycle before the geese lay their eggs. So the bullberries should be coming soon. And I have been seeing in the last week honeybees, scouts out looking for resources. So some of the first plants that they're going to swarm are going to be those bullberries. But yeah, no no flowers as yet. And the rain has let up a little bit, but man, I'm a little chilled. Here I am in February with my bare feet and short pants. So obviously I'm headed back up the corridor. No sign of the porcupines that spook me. It's okay. I look for that short-eared owl. There he goes. See if we can catch up to him. Oh, there he goes again. Just not getting a clear view of him. He's just way ahead of me all the time. There it goes. Yeah, it's a short-eared owl. Awesomeness.